it is time for the video of the day here. I am your host, Craig the Crazy Trucker, and you can see it's my name right there. Yeah, it looks kind of rough. It was nice at one time. But what I end up doing is like, if I'm adjusting it, I touch it like this. And I think that's what it has. See, I even put the Christmas tree over here. Kind of nice, huh? Anyway, I wear this every year at Christmas. I wear a Santa hat. Matter of fact, if you go back to my to some of my videos from last year, you'll see that. You'll see that I've got the Santa hat on it. I try and wear it every year. Sometimes, depending on how the spirit hits me, I do it before Thanksgiving. I know. Anyway. All right, so today's video, I did one from the bunk last night. Hope everybody watched that and got a laugh out of it anyway. But today, a little bit more serious, I'm going to talk about my top 10 Christmas movies. Okay, I've got them written down here so that I don't mess it up, because I do tend to mess things up. I was just telling my wife a little earlier, my grandma and grandpa Eddie would have been married 91 years today if they were still alive. And it's funny how I can remember their anniversary date, but I can't remember important shit that I'm supposed to remember. It's crazy. I'm going to put my armrest up here. Hey, there we go. All right, so I'm going to start out with the top 10, but I'm going to do an honorable mention because I really couldn't decide where to put this in. And it was The Muppet Christmas Carol. Okay, I've always enjoyed The Muppet Christmas Carol, but I'm not really into musicals. So all the singing part of it and all that, I really don't. Yeah. But the rest of it I like. Michael Caine was an okay Ebenezer Scrooge. Okay. Number 10. One that you don't hear a lot about at Christmas, really, but I like it. It's with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger in a Christmas movie. It's called Jingle All the Way. And that's number 10. Number 9. Number 9 is two movies. The Home Alone series, Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2. They would be number 9. Number 8, A Christmas Story. Now, that actually made my list. Okay? Probably about 8-10 years ago, that wouldn't have made my list. Because my wife is the one that got me into watching that. And I watched it all the way through for the first time, and I really liked it. Number 7, The Grinch, with Jim Carrey, the live-action one. Not the cartoon one, the live-action one. With Jim Carrey. That's number 7. Excuse me, that's number 7. Did I say number 6? See what I mean? I can remember my grandparents' wedding anniversary, but I can't remember what number I just gave you. Anyway, number 6 is A Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey, the animated version. That's number 6. I really like that one. I think that's my wife's favorite too. I think that would probably top her list. But I do like that one because they stayed close to the book, and the animation just made them to be able to do things that you can't do in live action. Okay. Number 5. So we're heading into the top 5 now. Number 5 would be 3 movies. The Santa Claus series. The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. The first one was okay. The second one got a little better. And the third one, it was kind of iffy. But I like the whole series. I always like to watch them at Christmas. I don't get a chance to because I'm out here. I don't have the DVDs with me. Number 4. Now, number 4 and number 3 can kind of flip-flop a little bit because they each have their good aspects. And I've watched both of them already this year. Number 4, I have The Christmas Carol with George C. Scott, the 1984 version with George C. Scott. The first time I ever saw the movie The Christmas Carol was in 10th grade in Mrs. Abbott's class, and that was the one that she showed, was that one. And that was the first Christmas Carol I ever watched, and I've been into it ever since. So that's number 4. Number 3, and as I said, 3 and 4 can flip-flop back and forth, is A Christmas Carol from 1951 with Alastair Sim. Now, that one I like because it gets into more of Scrooge's life. It gets into a little more of his childhood. It gets into the thing that that was the straw that finally broke the camel's back on as to why he became the way he did. It gets into how him and Jacob Marley became partners and had their own business and what led to it. So that's kind of one of the things that I like about that one. That one's number 3. Number 2. That's number 2. I happen to be watching it right now. Christmas Vacation. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. The best part of that whole movie is when Aunt Bethany and Uncle Lewis show up. And Aunt Bethany's, is your house on fire, Clark? No, Bethany, it's the lights. Don't throw me down, Clark. I love riding in cars. She had to drive them, she wouldn't. Anyway, that's number 2. And now for the my number one favorite Christmas movie is A Christmas Carol, once again, with Patrick Stewart. Captain Picard does a wonderful job of portraying Ebenezer Scrooge. And I don't know, it kind of does like the cartoon version. It sticks close to the book. But I just love the way that Picard, I almost said Picard, that Patrick Stewart portrays Ebenezer Scrooge in that one. So I go over again, Muppets Christmas Carol was honorable mention. Number 10 was Jingle All the Way. Number 9 was the Home Alone series, 1 and 2. I think there was a 3. I didn't like that one. Number 8 was A Christmas Story. Number 7 was The Grinch with Jim Carrey. Number 6 was A Christmas Carol, the animated version with Jim Carrey. Number 5 was the Santa Claus series, all 3 of them. Number 4 was A Christmas Carol with George C. Scott. Number 3 was A Christmas Carol with Alastair Sim. Number 2 was National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And number 1 was A Christmas Carol with Patrick Stewart. There's a lot of other movies out there. There's The Miracle on 34th Street. What's that other one? White Christmas or something like that. I don't know. There's one, not very many people like it. They always say it's stupid. But in any event, wow, that's amazing. Look at that. Now watch this. You know what I did? I took my notebook. My notebook is now on my steering wheel. And it's reflecting the light up to the camera. But if I take the notebook away, the light's not there anymore. Ah! That's pretty cool. I'm going to have to start having paper around when I do these at night. All right, so I'm going to do this one. And I've got a layover a little bit later when I get to one of my stops. If I got time, I may just go ahead and do another one. Who knows? All right, so until next time, this is your host of the video of the day, Greg the Crazy Trucker, saying don't forget, like, comment, share this video. Let the world know that Greg the Crazy Trucker is out here and he's driving people crazy. See ya!